It's radical! Radical!
How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Radical Computer Solutions YouTube channel. My name is Tom, and welcome back to Tron Identity. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful Friday afternoon. Get right back into it. So yeah. Here's the bag and head to the elevator. Okay, we already did all this. There was someone that landed on the roof of the building, I believe, that we need to go investigate. So, unknown location. Vaults, library, lobby, landing pad. That's where we need to go. Let's go. The landing pad juts out of the side of the repository like a grid bug clinging unsteadily to a mountain. You're starting to relate to grid bugs. You're no negotiator. You have never interacted with an active Tron directly. The disciples of Tron investigate, they do not instigate. A yell tears through the rain, breaks your process. Greetings, program. She stands in the center of the platform. Behind her, a stolen recognizer takes off, soaring back into whatever corner of the city is usually hidden. She walks towards you. Her swagger implies casual charm, but you can sense a readiness to strike. Danger may not be present, but it is certainly pre-cached. I said, greetings, program. A playful anger crosses her eyes. Do you have a name? I'm Query. No reason to not be, nice about it, I guess. She laughs at you. You're more of a riddle wrapped in an enigma. No, it's... I know, you're DOT, right? Sworn to find truth outside the wheels of power, etc., etc. But it's still a charmingly fitting name. I'm Proxy. I'm sure you've already been told a great deal about me. Why don't you give me your side of it? I'm a scoundrel, a ne'er-do-well, a good-for-nothing. Well, nothing except liberating the property of bigger scoundrels. She does a little sarcastic bow. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. I think we're going to be very good friends, Detective. She's toying with you, testing your boundaries. Before you ask me your questions and we get to negotiating what happens next, I have one pressing question, if I may. Go for it. It's less of a question than an observation, really. It unsettles me. My question is, why is this landing pad not secured? No guards, nothing preventing my landing, unloading. My code whispers trap to me. I should have been surrounded by 6 angry programs with discs in hand the moment I set foot on such sacred ground. The word sacred was stressed, ringed for every available drop of sarcasm. No offense, but you're not as scary as the welcome I anticipated. Something happened here? Are the usual programs occupied? Just doesn't know what happened. There was an explosion. Excuse me, she nods. Play acting, taking new information on board, pondering, considering the nuances of this new revelation. All in order to mock you for not realizing she was already aware, no doubt. An explosion tore apart your vault. When someone like me sees that happen to a facility legendary for its security, I think to myself, maybe there's an opportunity here. And then when I arrive and see that the guards have scattered elsewhere, I become certain that there is an opportunity. She gestures at you. You're all they had to send up to me, no doubt. No No doubt tightening security around the zealot prince. How is Grish, by the way? You know each other? We used to. We fought together in the war. Kind of explains things. I think we took wildly different lessons from our time together. First sign of weakness, a little sadness crosses her face. It's gone in an instant, petitioned away under layers of bravado. I'm here because I see an opportunity to take something of my own, while you're busy chasing around as a thief. More work for me. Right? That's what I would have said. Yeah, more work for me, I guess. Yes, and I'm happy for you. She leans in conspiratorially. Should I leave you some interesting clues? Maybe some kind of code for you to unravel. She's working very hard to appear confident. It's almost working. Confident, but out of boasts. Ask your questions, then. What about this war? She looks down. Nothing to tell. A bad time. A time I'd rather forget. A gift the users didn't grant us. No. Cursed to remember everything that happens to us, outside of errors and glitches. Can you imagine what it must be to have the power to curate your memories like a user? She shakes her head. Are you going to hurt programs tonight? Only those I need to, those that get in my way. Matter of fact, to the point, no bravado. Get you doing your jobs. We all have jobs. I'm occasionally forced to do mine. She holds your eyes. No budge. Tell me what you're gonna steal. Data. There are great secrets being kept in this building. One in particular has infinite value. I need it. She smiles, empowered even by the idea of it. How do you know it's here? Everything is here, Query. Ada's garden contains everything our society has ever created, and everything gifted to us by our Creator. When Flynn created this grid, he left behind code which would empower a program in ways we cannot imagine. Gives them abilities beyond anything any program has ever possessed. I will find that code tonight. It's here somewhere. Where? I don't know. I will. Let's move on. Good. I think I'm done talking. Her tone has shifted. The bravado of earlier has slipped away. She's finished playing. I'm going to walk past you now. I'm going to walk past you and into the repository. Once there, I will do what I have to do to find what I can for you. You need to get out of my way. She reaches to her back and draws her disc. It sparks and shivers with energy. You have no doubt she knows how to use it. I'm not your enemy here. Good. Don't forget it. Bullying tone. You don't like it. You wonder how she'll use this power she covets. And it happens. She moves fast, closing a gap between you and holding her disc to your neck. You feel the sizzle of it brush against you. You instinctively draw your own disc, just like you were taught. You hold it millimeters from her neck. A few particles of her hair turn to light and drift off the platform, sliced by your weapon. You're fast, program. Jumps back, adopting a throwing stance. You mirror her. I don't want to fight. Stop, I don't want to fight. I promise you, unless you lower your disc, there will be one. And it will be brief. She stands ready, a stalemate. This moment matters. A choice either way. Just let her walk in. You flick your wrist, the disc. You flick your wrist, the disc flies it back. It's not a strong throw, but it doesn't need to be. It's perfectly aimed. Hits her square in her chest, cutting through it. She It turns to light in front of you and shatters, washed away by the wind and rain. Nobody else needs to get hurt tonight. All that remains of Proxy is her disc. Pick it up, make a mental note to pass it to Prince when you see him again. Wow, I can't believe I actually, succeeded. I figured out that it goes out, guys. Your ethical standards prevent you from skimming a program who can no longer consent. Pity, you imagine this disc will be passable. The rain continues to smash the landing pad. Stand alone. You did that which no DOT must ever do. You made a decision. Becoming a dangerous habit tonight. It's so cold out here. Defend from an outside threat. That's cool. Erased. Let's go back up to the guy. I can't. Yeah, I can. Let's go back up to the guy's office and see where he might be. You enter Prince's office. He and Grish are long gone. You look around. This is a good opportunity to explore Prince's collection of user artifacts. Let's look at the book. Tucked away on a shelf is a thick, heavy book. Its cover shows an abstract landscape, rendered in bright light and polygons, not dissimilar to views you've seen at the outskirts of the grid. In white block capitals, it says ARQXO711 beneath instruction manual. You flick through. This is a description of a machine, but specifically a machine for housing programs. You blink. This is a book about the machine in which the grid resides. Some kind of guide for users. This is profound. More, honestly. You skim back through the book to the introduction and begin to read. Jump aboard the ARQXO711 and be swept away to a future like none you can imagine. Congratulations on your new purchase. With the unique technology at the heart of NCOM computers, you can feel confident that no matter what the task, your hardware will be up to the challenge. So sit back, relax, and float above the flood of lesser hardware with the powerhouse you can take with you. I just sit here and read books. You keep flicking through sections on specific software, spreadsheets, word processing, games. You remember hearing wise programs speak of other computers, the many-grid theory. This book seems to back that up. It implies that many users have their own computers. The concept is terrifying. Let's move on. You replace the book on the shelf, a little shaken by how close you just were to truths you cannot fathom. A shiver, and then your focus returns. And that's enough for right now. It's obvious that he's not here. Take one last look at the place. Next time you're here, you'll see Prince back at that window. He probably won't let you look at his toys again. Library, vaults. Let's go to the library, I guess. Maybe that librarian person can help us find Prince. The library feels like a mirage. Given everything else going on in the rest of the building, it is peaceful, calm. The trees shielded those here from the memory bug. It seems to also shield them from the petty concerns of Proxy and the others. As you enter, Ada ushers you over. She seems less comfortable than before. Greetings again, program. She looks around, checking there is nobody with you. Definitely uncomfortable. What's wrong? Ada gestures to the door you entered through. She's coming here, isn't she? The thief. You weigh out whether you should tell the librarian what happened on the landing pad. Did she say what she was looking for? Some kind of superpowered modification? Ah, the key. I've heard the stories too. Code that grants the powers of a user. If it exists, I've never seen it, and I've seen most things. Somewhat reassuring. Must be elsewhere. She must know that. Ada seems reassured. I hope I did not give you the impression earlier that I am naive. I have my dealings with the outside world. I understand the nuance of my code's work. Its ethical complexity. It must be tiring holding so much control. She looks at you quizzically. I am unable to read you, Query. It's unsettling. I need to confess something to you. I'm listening. What am I, Frasier now? I worry that I may have played a role in the theft and now in Proxy's attempt. You're working with someone on the outside? Yes, but not how you think. She breathes deeply, centering herself. Eyes still closed, she continues. While I believe that information must be controlled and structured, I think that it must then be spread. Our administrator, Prince, has been more cautious with this than I'd like. Take Sierra over there. The automata had to send him here to bargain for access to our records. Why could we not simply just share? Data pruning is important. Public access must be shaped and refined. But if the public never has access, then what purpose does that serve beyond a pretty garden inside a box? Another deep breath, a little shudder in this one. I've been releasing small packets of data. Highly curated, of course, but I've been releasing them. It was intended to inspire, but I worry it was too successful. Rumors of secrets still hidden here have been circulating, building interest. You think that's what brought Proxy here? But in part, I think the data I shared probably put us on her map. There is nothing more precious, more important than the data we possess. The information in this room, and the repository as a whole, is all we need to guide our culture. I made our work here prominent in a way it had not been before. I opened the door. You let that hang in the air for a moment. Let's say you're not responsible for the explosion. I smile. Not directly, no. I should have seen it as a likely outcome, though. A gift for prediction. It's a perk of my work. She steps out of your way. You should talk to Sierra. He spoke highly of you after your first meeting. Good. That would make this next interrogation easier. You walk out onto the viewing platform. Sierra stands enormous, watching you approach. I forgot how tall this guy is. Query. Greetings, program. Come now, we're too acquainted for such formalities, surely. I'm charmed. It's funny. Sierra smiles warmly. I found our last conversation engaging, refreshing to experience a little respect. He leans forward. How can I help you with your investigation? I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. You stand in front of Sierra. He sits. I am grateful that you came alone. Ask your questions. Do the automata want anything in particular from Core? To be left alone, mostly. Access to this data would be a beautiful addition, though. This data belongs to all programs, not a select few. A sincere answer. Where were you at the time of the explosion? I was in here with Ada. That's why my memory was unaffected. I was on a tour. Ah, you wonder why this alibi is only coming up now, why nobody asked. You suspect you know why. You could still have triggered it remotely, though. Yes, I did. How brilliantly dastardly of me. Sarcasm. Of course. Tell me about Ada. He looks over at her, back to her pruning. She has been kind to me, well as kind as the situation allows. We have had a number of conversations about this library. Do you have trees like this in a sprawl? We have trees, but not like this. For us, data grows wild and beautiful. We would never corrupt it through editing or controlling it in the way done here, though. I have no complaints about my treatment by Ada. What's your opinion of Grish? I don't want to talk about that program. And there's clearly a pass between these two, then. Good. A thought occurs to you. Why didn't Ada already tell me that you had an alibi? Sierra laughs. After all you've seen, all you've investigated, you still presume that a puppet of Cores would actually go out of their way to be helpful? He laughs again. It doesn't feel good. Maybe I did it remotely. Maybe I'm pulling the strings. Maybe I masterminded that thief's appearance, too. He stands up. The laughter stops. I think I'm done with this for now program. Ada runs up, hearing Sierra's bellowing laugh at the other end of the library. Is everything alright? Why didn't you tell me Sierra was here during the explosion? She looks at her feet. It was inconclusive data. You pruned. You held back just enough to stay in control, as is your nature. Sierra is staring sternly at you. I am done. Meaning? He steps forward, brushes a hand against the force field, making it sizzle. Something tells me I did something wrong. I am innocent. Allow me to leave. Ada looks confused. But Krish commanded, Sierra points at you. He is the assigned DOT to my case. If he chooses to, he can end my questioning at any time. And if there are no questions, then I will leave. You consider his requests. I will have more questions. You're staying, Sierra. Yeah. He punches the field with a fist, an explosion of light and energy. No. I'm sorry, Sierra. Ada looks off. Is that guilt? You are my enemy, Query. You will pay for what you have done to me. His light flares with a rage he had contained until now, disturbing. You turn and walk away, past the trees and the waterfalls. Sierra continues to roar behind you. Another decision. Gone to the landing pad, gone to the office. Let's go back down to the lobby. Maybe we can find out where they went, or where Prince went. Oh, there's Grish. The lobby is as you left it. A lot has shifted since you were here before. You feel almost nostalgic. Across the room stands Grish. I've been looking for you. You found me. A grimace. You missed it. I've taken a break from babysitting the administrator. I wanted to see if you'd made any progress. You impressed me while we worked together. I'm hoping that will continue. But first I need you to clean my disk again. Still dropping memories. Prince needs me at the top of my game, and I'm far from it. Of course, whatever helps. Good. That's okay. You weren't expecting it, thank you. Grish moves his disk, rolls around in his hands, tilting it to catch the reflection of the energy folds. Me and my disk, we've been through a lot. The adjunct war, cycles of work keeping this place ticking over. I'm not someone who looks for help. I'm not someone who asks other programs for anything. I function independently. But tonight, I've learned something about trust. I don't know what's coming. That's why I'm asking for you to clear this up. But I'm glad we met. Thank you. He hands you the disk. Your hand hovers over the first surface, ignites it. Skip it. Oh, that clears some of the mist. He smiles briefly. It's quiet for now. No sign of Proxy. None of my men have spotted her, and no callings. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? We don't have to talk about it. We absolutely will, eventually. For now, I'll take any good news I can get. Prince will be in touch when he feels comfortable doing so. If Proxy is out of the picture, that makes the boss safe. You're solving all my problems tonight. Did she say anything to you about her plans? She wanted to take advantage of the chaos. It's working. What can I help you with? Let's tell him Sierra has an alibi first. He scoffs. Hey, what might that be? He was in the library with Ada. We'll see about that. When this is over, I'll ask him my own questions and consider his release. How are your men holding up? Good. They're securing floors throughout the building. I've told them to keep clear of your investigation for now. My priority is securing the repository. If Proxy came, so will others. How are you doing? Alright. I'm looking forward to rejoining your investigation after this is done. I've been better. And where's Prince? Chris shakes his head no. I wouldn't tell you if you had a disc to my throat. He's safe, is all you need to know. There are parts of this place only I know about. No more questions. He doesn't need to know I was in the office. You need to get back to Prince. I do. Good luck out there. He gestures toward the elevator. You take the hint and leave. Hopefully he can keep his side of things together. Well, alright guys, I think I'm going to end this episode here. I'm not entirely sure where to go from here, so guess I'll think about it, and we'll do that in the next episode. So, I want to thank you guys so much for sorry guys, I'm not feeling a bit grace today, but thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. And yeah, take care. I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep it radical.